Hello everyone, welcome to Exampur. Today we are going to discuss ancient Indian history, and in this particular session we will discuss a very important questions related to a very important topics of ancient Indian history like Indus Valley civilization. But before going to the questions on Indus Valley civilization, we first discussed on the topic on the questions of prehistoric period. So let's start the session. Come on to the first question. Okay, so few candidates, few students are connected. Let's start the session and discuss. Okay, so first question here we have, how many sources are there for ancient history? So guys, question is very easy and very important question. Lots of time this type of question asked in exam. Hello Ethan. The question is, how many sources are there for and are there how many sources are there for ancient history? Okay, so guys, here we have options 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are two types of sources in to study history, or we can say there are two types of sources of history. So the answer is 2. Okay, there are two types of sources, and which of the two sources? So first one is archaeological and second one is literary. Yes, Isan, your answer is correct. There are two types of sources of history. First one is archaeological and second one is literary sources. Okay, now move on to the next question. Next one is, in how many categories literary sources divided? As in the previous question we discussed that how many types of sources are there for history. So we have two types of sources, archaeological and literary. Now the question is, in how many categories literary sources divided? Okay, how many categories literary sources divided? Here we have some options like 1, 2, 3 and 4. So guys, always remember that literary sources are categorized into three categories, and these three categories are, first one is religious sources based on religion. Okay, second one is non-religious, or we can say secular sources, and third one is foreigners travel account. Okay, no, 4 is not a correct answer. Correct answer is 3. So literary sources can be categorized into three categories. First one is religious sources. It means the books, the scriptures that nature is related to religion. Okay, like Hindu religious source, Vedas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, etc. uh, Jain and Buddha religious source also, and then foreigners travel account and non-religious sources. It means secular sources. For example, some scholars, some poets, some historians wrote books, epics, poems, etc. So these literature is include under secular sources. For example, Arthashastra written by Kautilya. Okay, so these type of sources are known as secular sources. And third one is third literary sources is foreigners travel account. From ancient time, many foreigners traveled to India. They visited India, and they study the Indian society and wrote many things about the India. So these type of sources that was compiled by foreigners are known as foreigners travel account. For example, Indica was written by Megasthenes, a Roman, or we can say a Greek traveler who visited India during the time of Mauryan period, during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, now, so I think everyone has clear that the literary sources divided into three major categories, and the three categories are religious, non-religious, and third one is foreigners travel account. Now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question. The study of inscription is known as study of inscription. So here we have some options like numismatics, epigraphy, paleography, and pedology. So what is the correct answer, guys? Here we have options like numismatics. So numismatics is the study of coins. Okay, numismatic is related to the study of coins. Then epigraphy is related to the study of inscription. So the correct answer is epigraphy. Correct answer is epigraphy, because epigraphy is associated with the study of coins. Okay, study of inscriptions. Next, paleography. paleography is related to the study of ancient language. Okay, ancient language. So the study of ancient language is known as paleography, and pedology is the study of soils. Okay, study of soil is called pedology. So correct answer is epigraphy. Epigraphy, it means study of inscription. Now move on to the next question. Which of the following is not an archaeological source? Here we have some options. We have to point out the source that is not an archaeological. Okay. As I already discussed that there are two types of sources of history. First one is archaeological, second one is literary. So we already discussed the literary sources. There are three categories of literary sources, but we have now archaeological sources. So question is related to archaeological sources. Hello sir, good evening Dimpy. So question is, which of the following is not an archaeological? Which of the following is not an archaeological source? Building, pottery, Vedas and coins. So guys, you all know that Vedas is a scripture related to Hinduism, and all the books, all the scriptures are related to literary sources. So the correct answer is option C, Vedas, because Vedas is a literary sources, not a archaeological sources. Okay, now move on to the next question. The next question is, the study of coins is known as, we already covered, we already discussed about the study of coins, study of inscriptions, study of ancient language and study of soil. So now we have again the same type of question, the study of coins. So guys, the study of coins is called numismatics. Numismatics, it means study of coins, because coins is also one of the most important source of history, because historians or excavators got many types of coins related to Gupta period, related to Maurya period. So these are most important sources, and historians studied these coins and get knowledge, get more information about that particular period or time. Now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question, like Buddhist text has been written in which language? Pali, Prakrit, Sanskrit and Greeks. So guys, Buddhist text, okay, because the sources of history categorized into two categories, religious and literary and archaeological sources, and literary sources has three categories. First one, religious, non-religious and foreigners travel account. When we are discussing about the religious source, so we have different religious source like Hindu religious source, Buddha religious source and Jain religious source. When we are discussing about the Jain religious source, so the Jain scriptures, especially three Pitakas, Vinay Pitak, Sutta Pitak and Abhidhamma Pitaka. So these Pitak are related to Buddhism, and some other books also, Jatak stories also, all the main literature of Buddhism is written in Pali language. So always remember that the Buddhist literature is written in Pali language, and all the Jain literature is written in Prakrit language. And you all know that Hindu religion is written on Sanskrit language. So the correct answer of that question is Pali. Okay, Pali is the correct answer, because Pali is the language in which all the Buddhist literature or all the main Buddhist literature was compiled. Okay, now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question. Paleolithic age has been divided into how many parts? Paleolithic age has been divided into how many parts? So guys, in the prehistoric period, we have Stone Age and Metallic Age. Prehistoric period is divided into two parts, Stone Age and Metallic Age, and Stone Age is divided into three parts. Okay, Stone Age is divided into three parts. First one is Paleolithic, second one is Mesolithic, third one is Neolithic. So always remember that the Paleolithic, that the Stone Age has three important categories. First one is Paleolithic, second one is Mesolithic, and third one is Neolithic. Now here we have the question that Paleolithic age has been divided into how many categories? So guys, always remember that Paleolithic is divided into three major sections. First one is lower, second one is middle, and third one is upper. So lower Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic and upper Paleolithic. So the correct answer of this particular question is option number C. It means three parts. Okay, Paleolithic age has three different sections based on the tools, based on the stone tools used during that particular period. Okay, now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question. Fire was discovered in. So it is also a very easy question. Fire was discovered in which of the following period? Here we have options like Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic and Neolithic. So fire was discovered in which in which period? Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic and Neolithic. So guys, fire was discovered in the period of Paleolithic. Okay, in the later phase of Paleolithic age, it means upper Paleolithic period, humans get knowledge about the fire. They discovered fire, but they don't have idea that how to make fire. Okay, they don't have idea that how to make fire, how to use fire. Okay, so they only discovered fire. They have idea about they have knowledge about the fire. Okay, so the correct answer is Paleolithic age. It means option number A. Now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question. Which animal was first domesticated? So which animal was first domesticated by the human? Okay, by the human, it means human domesticate first animal. Which animal was first domesticated by humans? Here we have options like cat, dog, goat and sheep. So guys, always remember that the first friend of human, okay, first friend of human, or we can say first animal who was friend of human. So the correct answer is dog. Okay, dog is the first domesticated animal, and actually that is the wild ancestor of dog. Okay, not the present dog. It is like a wild ancestor of dog. So first animal that domesticated by human is wild ancestor of dog. Okay, now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question is which period is coincided with the ice age? Which period is coincided with the ice age? Here we have some options like Lower Paleolithic, Middle Paleolithic and Upper Paleolithic, and the option D is Mesolithic age. So very important question, most important question, which period coincided with the ice age? Guys, ice age, it means the period when the temperature is too cold. Okay, the period when the temperature is too cold, okay, that period is considered as the ice age. Okay, and it is also known as Pleistocene era. It is also known as Pleistocene era. The maximum portion, the most part of this ice age is covered in the first phase of Paleolithic age. Okay, in the first phase of Paleolithic age, it means Lower Paleolithic. Lower Paleolithic age covers the large part of ice age. It means Pleistocene era. Okay, and the least part of ice age is covered in the last phase of Paleolithic age. So the correct answer is Lower Paleolithic age, that covers the maximum part of ice age. Okay guys, I think everyone understand that the ice age, the maximum part of ice is covered in the Lower Paleolithic age. Okay, now move on to the next question. Next question, what was the primary occupation of Paleolithic people? What was the primary occupation of Paleolithic people? Here we have some options like agriculture, hunting and food gathering, and trade and commerce, and last one is domestication. So guys, what was the primary occupation? What was the main task of human during the Paleolithic age? What is the main task? What they did? They did agriculture, hunting and food gathering, trade and commerce and domestication. What is the correct answer? So always remember that because the Paleolithic age is the first stage, okay, of Stone Age or prehistoric period. During that period, human did only one task, only one work they have, that is the hunting and food gathering. So the correct answer is hunting and food gathering. That is the only occupation during the Paleolithic age. After during the Mesolithic age, they started domestication, they started plantation as well as hunting and food gathering. And in Neolithic age, they are engaging in agriculture. Then they started agriculture in the Neolithic period as well as hunting and food gathering also there. So the occupation is always asked in exam. So remember this particular information. Now move on to the next question. The term Paleolithic was given by. So here we have the question that the term Paleolithic was coined by. Guys, the term Paleolithic was coined by whom? Here we have some options like Robert Bruce Foote, John Lubbock, Hodder Westrop and Herodotus. So what is the correct answer? Who coined that particular term Paleolithic? The term Paleolithic was coined by whom? Robert Bruce Foote, John Lubbock, Hodder Westrop or Herodotus. What is the correct answer? So guys, the term Paleolithic was coined by John Lubbock. Option B is the correct answer. John Lubbock coined that particular term Paleolithic. It was derived by two Greek words, paleo plus lithic. Paleo means old and lithic means stone. It means old stone age. Paleolithic age, it means old stone age. Paleo means old and lithic means stone. So the correct answer is John Lubbock. We have to discuss on the other options. Robert Bruce Foote. Robert Bruce Foote is known as the father of Indian prehistory. Okay, so when the question asks about like that, who was the father of Indian prehistory? So the answer is Robert Bruce Foote. Okay, and Hodder Westrup is the person who coined the term Mesolithic. So the term Mesolithic was coined by Hodder Westrup, and history term, the word history is derived from the word historica or historia, and father of history is called Herodotus. So Herodotus is the person who was known as father of history. Now, Herodotus is known as the father of history because he was the first person who wrote a book that compile the events that happens in past time. Because you all know that history is the story of past events. So the first person who compiled the past events is known as Herodotus, and the book in which he compiled all the past events is known as Historica. So that is the cause, that is the main reason that Herodotus is called father of history. Okay, the book Historica is also mentioned lots of information about India. Okay, now move on to the next question. Which of the following is also known as the Microlith period? Okay, which of the following is also known as the Microlith period? Here we have options like Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic and Neolithic. So which period is also known as the Microlith period? Microlith period is means the period when people use a very small stone tools. Okay, Microlith period is associated with very small stone tools. So that period is known as Microlith period. So guys, the correct answer is Mesolithic age. Mesolithic the most important feature of Mesolithic age is micro tools. Okay, very small tools, is very small stone tools. Okay, now we have to move on next question. The first metal used by the men. Okay, which was the first metal that was used by men? Here we have some options like iron, copper, gold and silver. So guys, first when we are discussing about the earliest men, so they started using stones. Their tools, their weapons, their objects are made from stones, but slowly during the development, during the evolution of human, they discovered metals and they started using metals. Then their tools, their weapons are made from the stones, made from the metals. So first metal that was discovered by the human is copper. Okay, so correct answer is copper. Okay, now move on to the next question. Which of the following is our archaeological inscription? So here we have 4 options and we have to find out that which of the option is our archaeological inscription. It means archaeological inscription is made from which of the following options. Here we have options like metal, rock, coal, none of the above. So which of them is an archaeological inscription? So guys, archaeological inscription like pillars, okay, like statues. So these type of inscription, it means pillar inscription, cave inscriptions, okay, these types of inscription are made from the rocks. So the correct answer is option B. Option B, it means rock. Okay, now move on to the next question. Which of the following is known as feature of Neolithic culture? So guys, Neolithic culture is the most later phase of Stone Age. The last phase, the last age of Stone Age is called Neolithic age or Neolithic culture. So what is the feature? What are the features of Neolithic age? We have to find out from these options. Hunting, I already told you that hunting is the main occupation of Paleolithic age. Food gathering is also associated with the Paleolithic age. Use of iron and domestication. Okay, here the question is that which of the following is not a feature of Neolithic culture? It means which of the following is not happened in the Neolithic culture? Hunting, food gathering, use of iron, and domestication. So guys, what is the correct answer? Always remember that Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, all these three ages is associated with the Stone Age. So during that time, people are not using metals, they only use stones. So use of iron is not a feature of Neolithic culture. Okay, so the correct answer is option C. It means use of iron. Okay, now move on to the next question. Which of the following history book deals with the history of Kashmir? Okay, which of the following history book deals with the Kashmir? It means history of Kashmir is history of Kashmir is described in which book? Here we have some options like Indica, Arthashastra, Raj Tarangini, and none of these. So guys, what is the correct answer? Which ancient book is related to the history of Kashmir? Indica. As you we already discussed that Indica, the book was written by Megasthenes, and Megasthenes was a Roman visitor or traveler or a scholar who came to India during the Mauryan period, Mauryan time, during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya, and he wrote lots of things about the Indian society, Indian culture, and the administration of Mauryan period. Lots of things he mentioned in his book. But here we have the question about the history of Kashmir. So that is not associated with the history of Kashmir. Arthashastra is written by Kautilya, also related to the same period. It means Mauryan period or the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. He was a teacher of Chandragupta Maurya and one of the most important minister or Mahamatra during the reign of Chandragupta. And he wrote, Kautilya wrote the famous book Arthashastra. And Arthashastra is the book. The subject matter of Arthashastra is associated with the administration of state. Okay, administration of state, not completely associated with economy. So Arthashastra is the book that compiled the administration, rules and regulations, how the king has to rule in their state, what are the principles, what are the penalties. Okay, all these things are include in Arthashastra. Okay, now move on to the next question. Here we have the next question. Raj Tarangini. Now the third option is Raj Tarangini, and the book Raj Tarangini is written by Kalhan. Okay, and this book is associated with the history of Kashmir. Okay guys, so the history of Kashmir is compiled in the book Raj Tarangini. Okay, now move on to the next question. Domestication of animals and plantation started in. So domestication of animals and plantation started in Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic, and Neolithic. Domestication of animals started in which period, in which age? So guys, always remember that domestication of animals started in the Mesolithic period. Okay, in Mesolithic time, in Mesolithic period, the domestication of animal started, and the first animal that domesticated is wild ancestor of dog. Okay, now move on to the next question. The wheel was an important discovery of. Wheel was an important discovery of in which period, in which time, in which phase of prehistoric time? When the wheel was discovered, wheel was the most important discovery of human life, human society, or human history, because after the discovery of a wheel, the human life became more easy. Okay, they became more easy. Now the time is reduces. Okay, so wheel is the most important discovery of human history, and it was discovered in the Neolithic culture. Okay, in the Neolithic period. So the correct answer is option number D. It means Neolithic culture. Now move on to the next question. Here we have the option Hathnora. Hathnora, a prehistoric site in which state of India? So guys, Hathnora is a prehistoric site. It is in which state? Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Uttarakhand. So the correct answer is Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Madhya Pradesh. Vijay, give answer Mesolithic age. Yeah, your answer is absolutely correct, Vijay. Now, what is the correct answer about the site Hathnora? In which state the site Hathnora is related? Okay, so guys, the prehistoric site Hathnora is related to which state? The correct answer is Madhya Pradesh. This site is in Madhya Pradesh, and this was the only site of India where we found the remains of earliest human. Okay, the remains, the fossils of earliest human was only found in Hathnora. The site is in Madhya Pradesh near the district of Sihor, or in district of Sihor. Okay, now move on to the next question. Next question, the word history is derived from which of the following word? I already told you, I already discussed you in the initial in first or second question that the word history is derived from a Greek word historia. Okay, the word history is derived from a Greek word historia, and history is the subject, history is the study of past events. Okay, so the correct answer is option A, historia. Okay, now move on to the next question. The next question is, the Stone Age is divided into how many ages? The Stone Age is divided into how many ages? Here we have options 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I already discussed that the prehistoric period can be classified into two categories. First one is Stone Age and second one is Metal Age. Okay, but now they ask that Stone Age. So guys, I already discussed that Stone Age is categorized into three major sections. First one is Paleolithic, second Mesolithic, and third one is Neolithic. So the correct answer is option number C. It means three part. Okay, now move on to the next question. Which phase of Paleolithic age cover large part of Ice Age? This was also discussed in the initial part, that which period, which phase covered the large part of Ice Age. It means Pleistocene era. Okay, so the maximum or the largest part of Ice Age covers in the first phase of Paleolithic age. It means Lower Paleolithic. Lower Paleolithic covers the largest part of Ice Age. Ice Age is also known as Pleistocene era. Okay, after the Ice Age, Holocene era started. In the period of Holocene era, the temperature became increased. Okay, the temperature became warm or humid, and then the rainfall was increased, due to which the flora and fauna availability was increased. Okay, now move on to the next question. Bhimbetka, the prehistoric site famous for. Bhimbetka, one of the most important prehistoric site. Bhimbetka is one of the most important prehistoric site, and this site is in Madhya Pradesh. This site is in Madhya Pradesh, in the Raisen district of Madhya Pradesh, and guys, it is also listed in the UNESCO's World Heritage Site. Okay, so three monuments or three sites of Madhya Pradesh that listed in the UNESCO's World Heritage Site. One of them was Bhimbetka, and another one is Stoop of Ssc Stoop, and third one is the temples of Khajuraho. So these three sites is listed in the UNESCO's World Heritage Site of Madhya Pradesh. Now, Bhimbetka is the prehistoric site famous for dinosaur fossils, cave painting, bone tools, and copper chariot. So what is the correct answer, guys? What is the correct answer? So the correct answer is cave painting. From Bhimbetka we found cave paintings, very beautiful paintings made by the prehistoric peoples, and this was the main habitation of a prehistoric people. Okay, a big habitation, a big residence of prehistoric people in Madhya Pradesh near Raisen. Now, copper chariot is found from Daimabad. The copper chariot was found from Daimabad. The most southern part of, or we can say, Daimabad is in Maharashtra, and copper chariot found from Daimabad. Bone tools and dinosaur fossils. Okay, now move on to the next question. Dinosaur fossils are found from also found in Madhya Pradesh, especially in the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, now move on to the next question. Quartile tools are mostly associated with which of the following prehistoric age? Quartile tools. So guys, quartile is a type of stone, type of rocks, because the people used quartile tools. That's why the people called quartile men. But in which period, in which phase, when the people use their tools made by the quartiles? Paleolithic, Chalcolithic, Mesolithic, and Iron Age. So what is the correct answer, guys? Remember that the correct answer is Paleolithic age. The people of Paleolithic age used their tools made from the quartiles. That's why these peoples are called quartile men. Okay, now move on to the next question. Hathkhamba, the prehistoric site, is in which state of India? Hathkhamba, the famous prehistoric site, is in which state of India? Here we have some options like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Uttarakhand. So guys, this site Hathkhamba is in the state of Maharashtra. Okay, is in the state of Maharashtra. Now, due to Holocene era, which climatic change were seen in the Mesolithic time? Okay, in the Holocene era, which type of climatic change happens? So guys, I already discussed that in the Mesolithic time, in the Mesolithic period, the climate became warm and more humid, due to which the rainfall increased and the availability of flora and fauna was found. Okay, due to which what the change was happened in human life, human started plantation and domestication. Also routes were cleared. That's why the human migration was started for the far areas. So these are the changes due to this climatic change in human life. Okay, so due to the Holocene era, what type of changes was happened? The climate became cool. Climate was cool during the Pleistocene era, before the Holocene. The climate became stormy. That is also not correct. The climate became warm. The climate became low pressure. So correct answer is option C. The climate became warm. Okay, the climate became warm and more humid. Okay, now move on to the next question. The next question is Brahmagiri, the Neolithic site. Brahmagiri, the Neolithic site is famous for. Brahmagiri, the Neolithic site is famous for. Brahmagiri is in Karnataka. Brahmagiri is in Karnataka state of India, and this site is famous for. This site is famous for megalithic monuments. Okay, this site is famous for megalithic monuments. It means large monuments was found from Brahmagiri. It is in Karnataka state of India. Now move on to the next question. Wheel was the most important discovery. We already discussed about the about wheel that was discovered during the prehistoric time, prehistoric period. This is most important discovery of human life, human society, human evolution, human development. So wheel was the most important discovery of human history related to which of the following phase of prehistoric time? So discovery of wheel is related to which of the following period of prehistoric time? Here we have options like Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, and Chalcolithic. What is the correct answer? So guys, the correct answer is Neolithic age. During the time of Neolithic age, human discovered wheel. Okay, they started using wheel, and this was the most important discovery of human life. Now move on to the next question. The next question is metal with stone. Okay, metal with stone tools are the primary feature of which of the following prehistoric age? Okay, it means the tools is made by stone as well as bones. Okay, this type of feature, this type of activities are found in which of the following prehistoric period? Chalcolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, or Paleolithic? So guys, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is Chalcolithic time or Chalcolithic period. In the Chalcolithic period, people started using metals with stones. Okay, metals, stone tools with metals. Okay, so correct answer is Chalcolithic period. Okay, now move on to the next question. Evidence of the worship of goddess Earth is found in dash period. Okay, so it's a most important feature. It's a most important question that the worship of goddess Earth is found in dash period. Evidence of worship of goddess is found in dash period. In which period the evidence of worshipping of Earth goddess is found? Neolithic, Paleolithic, Chalcolithic, or Mesolithic. So what is the correct answer, guys? What will be the correct answer? So after discovering this type of, or after getting the knowledge about this type of feature of worshipping, it means humans started developing religious sentiments, religious beliefs. That's why they are worshipping Earth goddess. So this started when human lived in settled life, when human started settled life, and this was the feature of Chalcolithic age. Okay, this was the feature of Chalcolithic age. Now move on to the next question. Next question here we have, why dogs, wheat, etc. were buried with people after their death? So guys, one other important feature of a prehistoric period, that when the human was died, when the people was died, and when they were buried, some objects were also buried with them. Which type of objects? So like dogs, wheat, okay, some tools, some these type of things, some food items, okay, these type of materials also buried with them. Why they did these type of things? Because they have a belief that life after death, okay, it means they get life after their death. So these type of materials they can use. So that's why the correct answer is their belief system, not a ritual. Okay, correct answer is belief system. Now, because in the site of prehistoric period, like Burj home, where we found a dead body, where we found a burial, when a man was buried with a dog, okay, and other objects. Okay, so these type of things was happened during the prehistoric period. That is the due to belief system. Now move on to the next question. Here we have some questions based on the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so some question is based on Indus Valley civilization. We have two lists, list 1 and list 2. We have to match list 1 with list 2. Select the correct answer from the coding given below list. Okay, so symmetry H and R37. Okay, symmetry H and R37. This symmetry is found in which site of Indus Valley civilization? Daimabad, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal. Then dockyard, from where we found dockyard. Then Pasupati, Mahadev seal and copper chariot. Okay guys, so first one is symmetries H and R37. This symmetry is found in Harappa. So A is associated with Harappa. It means 3. Dockyard is found in Lothal. Lothal is one of the most important trade site of Indus Valley civilization. It is in Gujarat. So dockyard is linked with option with 4. It means Lothal. Then Pasupati Mahadev seal. So Pasupati Mahadev seal is found from Mohenjo-daro. So C is associated with 2. And copper chariot is found from Daimabad. So guys, the correct answer is option number A, because A is connected with 3 and this was mentioned only option A. So option A is the correct answer. Now move on to the next question. The Harappan culture belonged to? Harappan culture belonged to which of the following phase? Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic, Neolithic, etc. So or none of these. So guys, Harappan culture belonged to which of the following period? Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Chalcolithic, or none of these? What is the correct answer, guys? That Harappan culture is the civilization when people started using metals. And which metal they use? They use copper. Okay, they use copper as well as bronze. and they also know the art of writing. They also developed their script, but this script is not deciphered till now. So basically, this particular time of Indus Valley civilization is also associated with the prehistoric period, but it covers under the metallic age. Okay, it covers under the metallic age, and that metallic age is called Chalcolithic age. It means copper age. So correct answer is option number C, Chalcolithic age. Now move on to the next question. A stone cut water reservoir has been discovered from stone cut water reservoir. So from one of the site of Indus Valley civilization, where we found more than 16 water reservoir. Okay, more than 16 water reservoir that was made by the stones. That was made by the stones. It means stone cut water reservoir, and step bells also was there. So this site is famous for water harvesting system, and this site is Dholabira. This is the site of Dholabira. It is in Gujarat, and it is listed in UNESCO's World Heritage Site in 2021, July 2021. It is listed in the UNESCO's World Heritage Site. So Dholabira is one of the site of Harappan civilization that was very famous for water harvesting system, and here we found more than 16 water reservoirs. That was the stone cut water reservoir. Now move on to the next question. The social system of Harappa people was, okay, the social system of Harappan peoples was proper egalitarian, slave labor based, burn based, or caste based. So what is the correct answer? Okay, what is the correct answer? The social system of Harappan people was proper egalitarian. There was no discrimination. Okay, there was no burn system. There was no caste system. So all the peoples are living equally. There is no discrimination. So correct answer is proper egalitarian. Okay, correct answer is proper egalitarian. Even we don't found much or big evidence that about the king, about the army, wars, etc. These things are not found from Harappan civilization. So the correct answer is proper egalitarian. Now move on to the next question. Which was the only Indus city without a fort? In Indus Valley civilization, the sites, the cities, okay, there were 7 major cities, and cities have two parts. Okay, city was divided into, the Harappan cities was divided into 2 major parts. There are 2 major sections. First one is heightened part, and second one is lower city. Okay, so heightened part and lower cities, these are the 2 parts of Harappan cities. The heightened part is called citadel. Heightened part is called citadel, and the lower city is based on the grid pattern. So lower cities is established on grid pattern. So the only city of Indus Valley civilization which does not have any fort, any citadel. So guys, the correct answer is Chanhu Daro. Chanhu Daro is the only city of Indus Valley civilization which does not have, where we not found any citadel, okay, or fort. Now move on to the next question. In which Indus Valley civilization sites was the drainage system was absent? Okay, in which of the following site of Indus Valley civilization where the drainage system was absent, there was no managed drainage system? Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, or Kalibanga? So the correct answer is Kalibanga. Okay, Kalibanga, the site in Rajasthan in the Srinagar district, where we do not found the proper water management system or water drainage system. Okay, now move on to the next question. Which one among the following Indus cities was known for water management system? So guys, we already discussed about the more than 16 water reservoir or stone cut water reservoir. So the site of Dholabira, that was also known for their water harvesting system or water management system. So correct answer is Dholabira. Okay, it was known for their water management system. Now move on to the next question. Which one of the following animal was not represented on the seals and terracotta art of Harappan culture? So we found many animals, many depict of animals in Harappan seals like bulls, lion, elephant, rhinoceros, horse, etc. But we don't get any evidence of cow in their seals. Okay, so the animal was not represented on the seal and terracotta of Harappan culture was cow. Okay, so correct answer is cow. Now move on to the next question. So guys, all the questions are finished, all the questions are completed. We completed all the questions, we did lots of discussion, and in the next session we will meet again and we discuss the next topic, and in the next session we will discuss more questions of different topics. Okay guys, so thank you so much.